All right, welcome to your deep dive. Buckle up because we're going deep into engineering and manufacturing today.
We've got a mountain of your materials to get through.
Seriously, a ton. So get ready.
You're going to be prepped for anything after this.
Like, picture this. You're walking into this super important meeting, maybe with a new supplier,
High stakes.
and we're going to give you the knowledge and, the confidence to not just, survive.
I bet surviving.
Yeah, you'll own that meeting.
You know what I think is really interesting about all this?
What's that?
In this world, clear communication is everything.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It can be the difference between a successful product launch and a total disaster.
Right, a really expensive mistake.
Exactly, and that's why we're here. We're not just going to skim the surface with basic vocab.
Right.
We're going deeper
Burn deep.
into the nitty-gritty.
To how engineers and manufacturers actually talk to each other out in the real world.
The real deal.
Okay, so let's get into it. First up, I see we've got this core vocabulary list.
Got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, totally. And I see some of the usual suspects like production line, quality assurance.
Basics.
But honestly, I'm going to guess that you listening right now, you probably already know those.
You're here for the good stuff.
Exactly. So give me a term from this list that'll make someone sound like a real pro.
Okay, let's see.
Like they really know their stuff.
Well, automation is a good one.
Okay.
But if you really want to stand out,
Yeah.
clean manufacturing.
Ooh, that sounds impressive.
It's not just a word, it's a whole methodology.
What does that even mean?
It's all about eliminating waste.
Waste.
Yeah, in the production process.
Oh, okay.
You know, getting rid of anything that's slowing things down or costing extra money.
So if you drop that term in a conversation,
Boom. Instant credibility.
they'll know you're not messing around.
Exactly. You're thinking beyond the basics.
All right, I like it. Okay, but it's not just about knowing the fancy terms, right?
Nope, definitely not.
This next section, useful grammar, this has me intrigued.
Oh yeah, this is important.
So tell me, why is the passive voice so important in engineering? It sounds kind of boring.
It's not about sounding like a robot, I promise.
Okay, good.
It's about emphasizing the process itself.
The process.
Yeah, so instead of saying the team assembled the parts.
Right, more natural.
You'd hear the parts were assembled using a robotic arm.
Okay.
You see how the focus shifts there?
To robot.
Well, to the method and the outcome.
Ah, so it's almost like the process itself becomes the star.
You got it. And that's how engineers think.
That makes a lot of sense.
Are all about the how.
And then we've got cause and effect structures.
Ah, yes, another essential.
I bet those are all about highlighting those efficiency wins, right?
You know it, every engineer loves to talk about how they made things better.
Faster, cheaper.
Exactly. So let's say you've implemented this new quality control system.
Okay.
Instead of just saying defects decreased.
Which is good, right?
It is good, but you could say by implementing the new quality control system, we were able to reduce defects by 15%.
Wow, that sounds so much better.
Right. It's crystal clear.
Cause effect, boom.
You're not just stating a fact, you're telling a story.
Okay, you've convinced me. Grammar matter.
It always matters.
But let's be real. Sometimes you just need the right phrase to really make an impact.
Oh, absolutely.
Like this phrases for engineering communication section. This is like a cheat sheet.
It's a good one.
So, okay, think back to our scenario. We're walking into that supplier meeting.
High stakes.
What phrase is going to make us sound like total pros?
Ooh, good question.
I want to impress them.
You know, in that kind of situation, trust is key.
Okay, yeah.
So I'd go with something like, we need to ensure seamless integration of your components into our production line.
Oh, whoa.
What do you think?
That sounds so smooth.
It's clear, it's concise, and it shows them you understand the big picture.
And that we value their components, right?
Exactly. You're all on the same team.
Okay. But what if things aren't going so smoothly? Like, what if there are problems?
That's where diplomacy comes in.
Right, because we don't want to start a fight.
Definitely not. You need a phrase that addresses the issue without pointing fingers.
So how do we do that?
Something like, we've identified a potential bottleneck in the proposed workflow.
Bottleneck? Okay.
Let's collaborate to find a solution.
Okay, so we're acknowledging the problem.
But you're not blaming anyone.
And we're emphasizing teamwork.
Problem solving together.
I like it. Okay, I'm feeling much more prepared for this meeting.
Good.
But this deep dive wouldn't be complete without talking about the activity section.
Yes, the hands-on stuff.
Right, we've got analyzing a manufacturing process and then role-playing a discussion with a supplier about quality control.
So important.
It seems like these activities go beyond just theoretical knowledge.
Exactly. They get you using what you've learned.
So it's not just about memorizing words.
Nope, you have to apply them.
So with analyzing a process, even if it's just a simplified one on paper,
It forces you to think critically.
about each step,
And to identify potential areas for improvement.
so where the bottlenecks might be.
Exactly. And then role-playing that supplier conversation.
Oh, yeah.
That's like practice for the real world.
It's like a dress rehearsal.
You get to try out those phrases, and see how they work.
So it's all about putting what we've learned into action.
Making it real,
All right, so let's sum this all up for our listener.
Let's bring it home.
You've now got the vocabulary to hold your own in any engineering discussion.
You're not intimidated by jargon anymore.
And you've got the grammar to structure your arguments like a pro.
Clear, concise, impactful.
Plus, you've got the phrases to command attention and build relationships.
You're a communication master.
And most importantly, you've got that practical experience from those activities.
So you can apply it all in the real world.
No more just theory.
You're ready to walk into that supplier meeting and rock it.
From feeling intimidated to feeling empowered.
That's the goal.
That's what we want. Now, before we go, I have a challenge for your listening.
Oh, we like this.
As you're reviewing the materials for your big meeting,
Really dive in.
try to identify 3 areas where you can use these awesome communication techniques we talked about today.
I guarantee you'll see a difference.
You'll be amazed at how much more confident and effective you feel.
It works.
And remember, this is a journey, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mastering engineering and manufacturing communication. It's ongoing.
Always learning, always growing.
So keep exploring, keep learning, and we'll be here for your next deep dive.
Until next time.
Bye.
See ya. Hey, CCD2.